Hi, we're about to start our second Bible study series tomorrow on Wednesday the 6th of May at 1 p.m. and all of you are welcome to Zoom in. Whether you've been a Christian for 70, 80, 90 years or whether you're just beginning to kind of explore the fringes and the edges of faith, everyone is welcome. It's not a place for experts, it's just a place for people to meet, to chat, to look at some significant questions and to make a very inductive kind of study, to get some information but also just to explore what Scripture is about. We're going to be starting to look at 1 Corinthians and I love this particular book. There's a fabulous reflection on what it means to discover who we are and is there a better way of doing culture from the works of Lesslie Newbigin. Lesslie Newbigin had actually been a missionary in India for all his ministry life. And finally, when he and his wife retired, they went back to the UK and he was just really surprised at how little traction the message of Jesus really had in that culture when he returned home. And he wasn't negative, he was just really energised to press in really deep in those retirement years to discover more and more about what it means to live in a culture that is changing and different all the time. Behind me, there's just a beautiful stretch of Port Phillip Bay. I love scuba diving and I've dived this spot quite a few times before. When you look at the surface of the bay, it can be sometimes flat or maybe sometimes pretty wavy, sometimes it's grey, sometimes it's beautiful like it is today. But the thing about it, it's only when you start to get into the nature of the water, the ocean itself, and begin to drop down through the layers and begin to explore what's happening on the surface, what's happening in the sand underneath, the different rock formations, the different places where fish gather, and all the abundant life that's there, you find yourself completely immersed in a whole new world. I hope that the world of 1 Corinthians will be like that for you. Lesslie Newbigin wrote a text called The Gospel in a Pluralist Society. What does it mean to be people of good news, discovering good news, a new way of being people, of being neighbours, of being a culture together in a world that's shifting and changing all the time? I hope that this study might really help us as we emerge out of whatever COVID-19 is, with whatever long those changes might actually be, to discover a fresh and a new kind of world. So we're not surprised by the different cultural forms around us and the politics and the economics and the different kinds of idols that people have in their lives, whether it's money or work or sport, whatever it is. We actually find ourselves drilling down really deep into character and what it means to expand our sense of love and our sense of generosity, our sense of inclusiveness, to embrace all kinds of different people and to hold each other really close in the embrace of the wonder of God. So I hope you'll start to join us tomorrow, 1 p.m. There's an invitation that you'll see attached to this. If you haven't been on Zoom before, don't panic, just enter in. We'll help you. If you haven't got sound, we'll help you find that. There's nothing you can break, so just come on in, discover who's there, and enjoy the journey of 1 Corinthians, the gospel in a pluralist society, discovering fresh and new forms in a world that's been tired and a world that has the opportunity to renew and to be reborn. We'll see you there. All the best.